it's afternoon. We're going to back up because that already is going to go bad. And guess what, guys? I've been going all morning long and I am still in my gown again. It's a different one though. It's a different one. My little washer has a problem. I think the problem is me. But yeah, still working on that puts me to having to down to one washer, which I'm thankful that I have, don't get me wrong, but it's my big washer and it's downstairs, so yeah, ew, yucky. So how are you? I'm gonna tell you, I miss live streaming. Just cleaned my skin before we did this. I'm using Ultimate Repair Cream. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. I love this stuff. I can't tell you exactly how long that lasts because although it's my favorite, I get others in my BoxyCharm and so forth. So I kind of use them and decide if I like them or pass them on. So that factors into how long that one has lasted me. And it's running on about a year. I'm hoping that the sound quality is better today. I don't know what's going on with my phone. And of course you're going to hear toys and noise in the background, and it does distract me. I apologize. It just does. I have to know he's okay. Little bulletproof coffee, still happening today. I'm officially hooked. My cousin and I discussed this a few weeks ago. I gave it a shot. Guys, I gotta tell you what I forgot to do. I have dirty brushes still. Yikes. Okay. That's something I hardly ever have. Oopsie. And I'm dropping stuff. I didn't think to move my case over. So let's get ready. I'm sweating to death. He's fine. He's watching Peppa Pig and playing with characters. So yeah. So what you hear him, yeah. It's never a dull moment. Again, using the same thing that I used yesterday. Face oil. See if I can get this. No problem. Guys, have to tell you, daddy yucky thing. As you know, I compost and all that other good stuff. I don't know why I just did that because it's a little more oil than I need. Maybe I'm drier. We'll start down here. Every now and again, I inadvertently overload the worm bin. It happened Friday. I felt horrible all last week, and I wasn't paying attention when I filled it. Gnat explosion in my half bathroom. So part of what I've been doing today is making little traps and swatting gnats. That's always so much fun. So from me to you, if you choose to live like I live and compost and things of that nature, be conservative with how you feed them so that you don't have a gnat explosion, because it's no fun. Especially whenever the gnat explosion happens while you're out of town. And it's in a bathroom that we don't really use all that much. So, but the cats do. And they have been letting me know that they are not happy. Anyway, we had a wonderful, we kicked off our 3rd year of Celebrate Recovery. And I just have to tell you, it has been an amazing journey for me. It's like I told you yesterday, I'm not perfect. I'm not even close. Apparently Peppa Pig is having all kinds of car accidents and issues in the kitchen. I don't know if you can hear him as much as I can. It's funny. Same primer. Anyway, back to where we were. Absolutely, the testimony that we had last night was absolutely phenomenal. See, I want you to think about something today while I'm talking. I want you to understand. There's a reason why, and I'm going to use a MAC paint pot. I'm pretty sure this one is paint relief. Yes, it is. Yesterday I used a unique splurge cream as a base. I like the consistency of this better, but I'm trying to use that up because it really, I paid for it, and well, yeah. So anyway, we were talking last night, and so many wonderful ideas hit my mind. Not during our closed session. None of that will I ever share because, hey, it's confidential. You don't, if you want to know, come be with us. I can't express to you how much getting a little, I can't even remember what this is called. It's by Becca. It's an under eye fatigue thing. I slept really good last night, really well. Apparently I was the only one in the house that did. But I deserve one every now and then, guys. I need to throw some things away, but we're going to do that later. I don't know what the deal is with that. I just don't know. There. And I'm sorry that it distracts me so badly, but it does. One of the things that struck me yesterday this is too much to have to choose from. This is where the problem becomes. Really. That's why having too much makeup is not a good thing. It really isn't. Is to be really honest with you, there's some things that I've got that I've never opened, and I've had them for a long time. And it's really not a good thing. It really just isn't. It gets to where it bothers your brain. It's like, I love this stuff. Yeah. Anyway, my house is kind of, yeah, it's work. I use a Visyart palette. That'll work. And this is the one we're going to use. I can't see the little names. It is the Trist palette. I believe it's the best I can tell. I'm going to talk to you while I do this. First we're going to go in with this little color. It's like a coral shade from my base. And we'll just build it and see what happens. Yesterday, I made some points, and I want to revisit a couple of them because I noticed that I got distracted, and I want to be clear on what I mean. So, one of the things that I said was that I was done. Understand what I mean by that. I don't mean I'm Xing people out of my life. I'm done trying to fix it. I'm done beating my head against the wall. I'm done doing crazy things for people who just aren't there yet. And it's okay. I harbor no ill will, no ill feelings. I'm just not going to keep. I've done, like I said yesterday, I've done that which is required of me. I'm done. I can do no more. So, I'm done. It's not being mean. It's not being ugly in any way, shape, or form. It's just coming to the realization that I need to be using my time in a better way. And, you know, whenever something has happened and you're at one place and the other person involved in the situation is at another place, sometimes it's just not it's not a matter of thinking that anybody's wicked or anything like that. It's a matter of just saying, you know, for now, I'm walking away and giving you time to heal. It's not anything that I mean or anything like that. I'm giving you time to heal. Whatever I did caused you pain. I've tried to fix it. You're not ready. I'm good with that. I'm giving you time to heal. So I just wanted to clarify that, because after I rewatched the video, I thought, might need to clarify, because I'm not like going, okay, you're not welcome in my life anymore. No, not by any means. What I'm telling you is that I'm just going to kind of take a little back seat and go on about my business. And when you're ready, we can talk about it and fix it. And that, like I said, that doesn't just apply to the online world. It applies to my everyday world, because guys, I mess up. You know, I make mistakes. I do stuff that, you know, that I don't mean. You know, things happen. We're in this together. But anyway, let's do this, because this is quickly getting long. I amaze myself at how much talking I can do in a short period of time. Just getting the kind of, and I knew I was not going to like that when I did it, but it's okay. I'll fix it. Yesterday, I grew things, and I've made posts on Twitter and Facebook more than anything else, and I think I've talked about it on my channel a few times, that I learn lessons and I get encouragement from watching things grow. I remembered when I had my last ground garden, I remember going outside. We just went to the bottom color. In the cool of the morning to work out in the garden. Yeah, that helps a whole lot. That was my time alone. And one of my neighbors, is when we lived across town, we had privacy fence, and he passed away a few months ago. Actually, he and his wife both have passed away in a matter of about 3 months. But he and I used to scare each other, because he wouldn't know that I was outside and I wouldn't know that he was outside because of the said privacy fence. And I would get out in the yard and I'd be just talking to God. If you don't, that's your business. I do. I encourage you to, but that's your business. Um, anyway, I realized, because we're getting ready to we're building the beds over the winter and getting ground ready, because we're going to expand the urban part that we've started um, out of containers. I'm tired of doing containers. Um, there will be some element of containers, but it won't be. It's very, very hard to stay on top of that when you have limited mobility and when you have issues like I have, that sometimes you can't go outside and water and things like that. And it's a bummer on the good times when you work yourself stupid um, to go outside. It didn't work quite like I wanted it to. Okay, can fix it, can fix it. By the way, Viseart is one of my favorite palettes. Some of my favorite products have changed because of the ethics of the company. And that's just where that is. And some of my favorites have changed just because somebody else made a better product. There you go. Have to be careful because I can get myself in trouble with my mouth real quick. My mother has told me several times to just shh. What I just used in the corner is this color. Like I said, all the colors are written on this, but really, I can't see that. Can't even see it to put it in there the right way. Not even sure because the way that it actually fits in there. Strange. Who knows? Anyway, that's that for today. So I can put that back in the right place. I have to remember to do that later. Anyway, I was starting some microgreens, and I wanted to share this with you because I think I missed it yesterday in the chaos. But I'm starting to bring in the plants from, like, the herbs and stuff that I have out on the deck. Starting to kind of push them over into the shade and start bringing them in. Ones that will continue to grow over the winter. And this is a Morphe brush. No, I'm sorry. This is a unique blending brush. Whoopsie. My opinion, they're good when you first get them. After you wash them a few times, not so much. Could be how I wash them too. The only thing that I use is, this is Gender Bender soap from Posh. I've tried the Beauty Blender soap. I like it pretty well, but it doesn't seem to get my brushes as clean as the Gender Bender does. Could be me, because I wash my brushes pretty much every time I use them. So it could be something that I do. Excuse me. My apologies. It is. Some kind of wicked allergen got loose. And somewhere along the line last night, I started getting really just watery, Oh, sorry about that noise. I hate a slurpy sound that's thick. I generally don't make that noise, but it happens. Anyway, I'm random. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Bulletproof coffee has just changed. I can tell the difference when I don't have it. It is really making life a lot easier for me in a lot of ways. Get those some brows on. Yeehaw. It will probably be tomorrow or Friday that we go out in the garden. I honestly just keep running out of time. Just keep running out of time. Mainly because I'm the grandmother. And being the grandmother, I take full advantage of being the grandmother. And we kind of kill a lot of time doing a whole lot of nothing. So there's that. What was I talking about? Oh, the microgreens. So I cover mine with a paper towel. This is something that I'm just starting to do. So if you have tips and advice, and it may be me because I hear me really loud, so I keep noticing that my voice, that I'm talking quieter. So it may be me that is it may be a Meniere's flare, or allergy flare, because I hear myself louder than what I think I'm talking because of the Meniere's disease in this ear. So it could be me. I hope not. I'm just going to do just a touch of a baby contour, just because these are sitting here. Anyway, so that's what I want. Nope, don't think it is. So anyway, back to, so I put the paper towels over the small, I've got 2 small trays that I've ordered. Dropping my phone case. Thankfully it's not the phone. But I've got 2 small trays and I planted them first. And put the paper towels over them because from what I read, that helps them to germinate. And we want them to germinate. We just want them to. So I'm going to put a little bit of shadow because I feel old this morning. But I wet them down and I walked away to do something else. And within a few seconds, minute, give or take, I started hearing water dropping, and that is my worst ever thing that I do. I tend to forget that I watered this plant. I need to write it down, and that's one of my goals, is to become more aware, to keep better track of what I have going on from day to day. Some of you are so organized, and I envy you to no end because I haven't made it there yet. I will at some point in time, but I have not made it there yet. I do well for, whenever I'm well, and then, I may have a few bad days, and then that kind of like throws a monkey wrench all into everything. So yeah, that's how that is. I'm going to do a little foundation. And I'm going to do something that I do not normally do. I'm going to use a beauty blender that I did not wash yesterday. I don't know, it's icking me. I need to order a new one. And yes, I said order because I don't generally physically go into Sephora and Ulta. The reason being, I'd spend way too much money. Anyway, back to, we're using the same foundation that I think I have almost hit the bottom of. I love this stuff. I think YouTube has a YouTube made me try it thing. This is one I have to say that Miss Tati, Miss Tati, is the reason why I tried it. And I tried it and I love it. Kind of got a little more than what I needed today, but I think it's getting empty. So let's do this. And yes, as I said earlier, I'm still in my pajamas, so, or my gown, not my pajamas. But, yeeks, I made up my hair. I need to get some of that. We'll talk about that in a minute. We got to get to the paper towel story. We all have goals in life. And one of mine, I've been working on being a kinder person. And some of y'all might think that it's real easy for me. It's not. Uh, I come from two families that can be very hot-tempered. So I got a double portion. so whenever when I'm holding back my tongue and my temper, trust me, it's not easy. And I've had to learn over the years how to do it. I've not had some overly stellar moments in my life. I have messed up, okay? And that's why, you know, I'm going to use that one because I'm going to use some concealer. Only going to use one Beckett Under Eye Color Corrector. Not sure what just happened with my foundation. I think my son turned off my music. He was complaining because he couldn't hear his iPad. It's no big deal. Anyway, back to the paper towel. Paper towel story. As I turn, I see that this paper towel has absorbed every bit of water that I put on it, and it was kind of hanging. It was bigger than the container that I'm growing the greens in. So it had started just barely dripping, and I could hear it. I could see it more than I could hear it, because the water droplets from it were dripping down into my peppermint plant that I brought in from outside. And in the instant that I seen that, something spoke to my heart. Now, guys, you know when I say something, I mean God. If we don't agree on that, we don't agree on it. I still love you. But in my world, yeah. So, in an instant, it flashed in my mind. And what flashed in my mind was, oh my goodness, I want to be that. And your mind might be going, what's that? Do you want to be a soggy, wet paper towel? Let me think. Let me back up just a little bit. Let me just back up. In my mind, I see this paper towel. And what shoots through my mind, boom, really fast, is what this paper towel is actually, the function that it's serving. It is so saturated with goodness. You following me? With kindness, with compassion, with love, with everything that's good, that it's spilling over into the plant below it. Sharing that goodness. Sharing that. I want to be that. I want to be that more than where I'm at. And some of you know, and some of you don't know, and I'm not going to go into a whole lot of details because it's a private thing. and it's going to stay a private thing. I'll put on just a little touch of Laura Geller. I can't remember the color. It came in a BoxyCharm. Just going to splash a little, just to put some color on my cheekies, because I think I got a little carried away on the foundation. I didn't put blush on yesterday during the video because my grandson needed to go potty. And you did not need to hear that. Yes, we have 3 bathrooms. Yes, we use this one the most. It is what it is. There's 2 upstairs and 1 downstairs. It is what it is. Hopefully, before long, Urban Homestead will be... let me back up and restate that. Hopefully, my game plan is within the next 2 to 5 years. Max. 5 years max. 2 years is where I want to be. We'll be on our little piece of land where we can actually really homestead more than what we are able to here. I'm in the city limits, so kind of puts a damper on. As you know, I want critters, and I have neighbors that they would disturb. We may be able to do some chickens, but anyway, just went in with a little tart. I can't remember the color, or looks like starts with a P. That's all I can tell you. Getting old. This is one of the things that happens when you get old. So I'm just going to forewarn you. Get ready. You start not being able to see things. It's like, really? We were looking at pictures at my mother's house. Old pictures. Those pictures that tell stories. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. What we post on Twitter, what we post on Facebook, what we post on social media and stuff like that. I think we need to take a moment and go, because we're telling a story. We're leaving a legacy. This is what we will show. Someone will one day show our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren and those that come after us. So, kind of be aware. Because I know that we all want to post, our dinners and stuff like that. Kind of be aware, because, dinner at McDonald's or wherever is not always what the kids want to see years from now. Yeah. Anyway, I heard that from a comedian, I think, and it stuck with me. I can't remember the comedian's name, but it stuck with me. And every time I go to post a picture now, I'm like thinking, yeah. But I'm going to take just a touch of concealer that doesn't appear to be going to help the situation today. I don't know if it's my lighting or what, but we're fixing to be done. We need to be done. I'm looking at about 30 some odd minutes. If you've stayed this long listening to me ramble, thank you. Beyond this, we'll have to fix the rest off camera. It's going to be time for those people that live here to be home. Yay. Soon. Which means our whole routine has changed. And it's exciting because 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock being done, me being able to transition over from caregiver to what I want to do is kind of nice. So, 1 second. Apologies. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to touch base with you. Like I said, tomorrow, the next day, we'll go out in the garden. We have transitioned from Peppa Pig to, I think, Thomas the Train, maybe. So if you're hearing noises from the iPad, that's what it is. Um, but we'll go out and look at the garden, show you around the beginnings of Remnant Homestead. We'll be adding that to this channel name, and we'll expand further on why I decided to name it that as time goes on. But I just wanted to come in and share the little thought that I had with you today and tell you, don't be afraid to be that wet, soggy Bounty paper towel. Don't be afraid to share that kindness. Don't be afraid to be kind to somebody. Don't be afraid to be compassionate, especially during this time. Guys, we have people that have, the Bahamas have been hit with a hurricane. We have people around us all the time suffering catastrophes, bad things, because I can't say that C word today, horrible things, tragedies. Let's love on each other. We don't have time for this, for nonsense. We have too much work to do helping people. There's no time to be mean to each other. We have got to have a generation of people that are going to continue to be kind and be raised to be kind and compassionate. And I want to say this, and I said I was going to be done, but I want to say this real quick. Well, we were in Walmart the other day. My mother and I were struggling with the carts, and Tom had gone to park Daddy's truck. And yeah, I know he's been dead for almost 3 years. It's still his truck, okay? That's how it works. As long as it's rolling and as long as it's going, it's still his truck. That's what my mother calls it. That's what it is. It still smells like him, so I love it. But anyway, it smells like his aftershave, or cologne. Anyway, we were struggling with the carts, and this young man was getting his, and he said, "Here, take this one." And it had a squeaky wheel after we got so far down. And my husband kept offering to switch it out. And I said, no. And not that this young man would have noticed. We encountered him several times. And I thanked him for being so kind. But it made such a difference. That small little split-second decision for him to let us have that cart made life so much easier for both of us. And it left a lasting impression of, this is what I want to see more. So in order for us to see more of it, we have to be more of it. So that young man, and he may be 30, I don't know. He didn't look very old. But the kindness that he showed us stuck with me. It left an impression of yes. And every time I passed him in the store, I kind of had to smile and kind of wave at him. He probably thought I was nuts. But it meant so much to just, and that simple thing at that point in time, because the carts that we were trying to get were stuck together. And, my mother has health issues. I have mobility issues. And it was just kind of in that moment that kindness made all the difference. We both just kind of smiled and were just like two little giddy old things. So anyway, I'm getting texts, so I'm going to wrap this up before I get a phone call and it messes it up. Put my mascara on. I'll be getting dressed later on because I plan on going to church tonight. So if you're in the Lexington area and you don't have a home church, come be with us. Man of War Church of God, corner of Man of War Boulevard and Trent Boulevard, I think it is. Avenue, maybe, I can't remember. We're building the barn for the harvest. Yes. There's plenty of places to go here. Okay, there's plenty, but welcome you to come be with us. And as always, I have to get used to adding this to my outro, from Remnant Homestead, I am the mayor's daughter, and I want to also add, I put a lot of emphasis on my dad. But never, ever, ever think for a minute that I take for granted the fact that my dad would not be who he was if he hadn't picked a wonderful helpmate in my mother. So I am also the First Lady's daughter. Um, so have a wonderful day. Remember, I love you. If you need a friend, if you need someone to talk to, message me. Have a great day. We all have a story. We all have a burden. We all have something. So be kind to that person. Have a great day. I'm the mayor's daughter from Remnant Homestead. I'll see you. Bye.